This limited partnership is sponsored by a regional center, and the regional center's job is to report to USCIS annually on the investors in the project and on the project status. As EB-5 investors should, they want to be treated the same way as an investor in any other deal. So you should be focused on providing the reports and treating them similarly to how other general partners would treat their limited partners.
So there's documentation all the way along. So it's critical to have the right procedure in place to collect those documents so that at the end of the day, the audit trail and evidence is there. And it can be per investor, something like 2,000 to 3,000 pages of documentation to ultimately comply with all the immigration requirements.
If it's a loan style project, the general partner is the lender in the deal and needs to do everything that a lender would in terms of keeping compliance on ensuring that all of the loan covenants are met.
Each investor has an obligation to provide the evidence that would support their final immigration benefit.
You want to have everything related to that investor, including their subscription agreement, their passport, their source of funds information, and everything that would be required, both from an SEC compliance and also from a U.S. immigration compliance.
The tool we've created is really helpful to help sort of flag for a general partner key critical items. So it tracks the timing between different events in each individual investor's process, so it can highlight that there's something that the general partner needs to pay attention to or take care of.
Part of what the regional center will be doing and what the general partner needs to do is stay on top of the job creation, ensure everything is on track for investors to earn their permanent green cards, and adjust accordingly.
In order to maintain capital at risk, it's often necessary to redeploy into a second project, if you will, or into a second investment to maintain the at-risk status.
A good way to get ahead of investor questions is to issue quarterly or semi-annual reports, which give all the updates which they may want to ask about. This saves everybody time. The investors don't have to reach out, and they're able to stay updated on everything.
The Immigration Service is going to want to see that the full capital amount was invested. So that's the $500,000 or now $900,000 or $1.8 million that needs to be proven that wasn't actually invested. So escrow is a great tool to help support that.
As you can see by following that chart, it is quite a complicated path, and that's why having the right organization and right tools in place is critical to do your job as a general partner.
This dashboard points out, look, you can see where funding is, how much funding's been deployed, how much target or capital has been raised, how much is left to be raised. There's an immigration dashboard that highlights critical items and so on that you can drill into and find and solve for specific investors.